Om Shanti. Rahul ji, how are you?
ओम ओम शांति। मैं अच्छा हूँ, आप कैसे हैं?
बहुत बढ़िया। आज कोई दिख क्यों नहीं रहा? हाँ भी
गुरु पूर्णिमा मना रहे हैं शायद, लग रहा है।
हाँ जी, कल से आज
हाँ
बहुत शुभ दिन है। आज भी
हाँ जी।
बहुत बड़ा दिन है। चलिए, और क्लास शुरू करनी है हमें तो
हाँ जी।
ज्यादा वेट नहीं करेंगे। चलिए आ जाइए सिटिंग पोजीशन में। Keep your back neck straight, align, completely relax. Go into your posture. Now bring your awareness towards your natural breath. How the breath going in and coming out. Observe carefully, attentively. Now, very slowly bring your attention towards the deep, prolonged, slow inhalation, deep, prolonged, slow exhalation. Now, take a deep, prolonged inhalation for the Om, 3 times Om and Shanti Shanti. Take a deep breath. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Feel the vibration and sensation. Join your both palm, rub your palm. Place on your eyes, feel the warmness. Very slowly while blinking, looking at your palm, gently open up your eyes with a great smile. Om Shanti to all.
ओम शांति।
So in previous session, we talked about it, the bone-related problems, back issues, and also we detailed discussed about the arthritis and osteoporosis, the diet, and we also talked about the therapeutic treatment, what kind of fasting they can practice, breathing practice, and the meditation. Even all the back-related issues, either it's dyskinesiation or low lumbar, weakness, or any, muscles and tendons, even weaken around your low lumbar, still they have to practice the same practice and same diet. they have to take the calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus, which is helping to boost their bone system, skeleton system, and in their diet. So tuna is very good. Limestone, which we call the chune ka pani, they can take. The limestone water they can take. So only the pinch of the limestone they have to use in the 2 or 3 liter water. Clay pot, they can use the filter water or then even natural water they can use and put the only around very small amount, like pinch of the tuna, and put it into that, and then whole day you can drink that water. It's also gonna improve the calcium in your body. Then sun bath, yes, vitamin D they can get from the sun bath, morning and evening. They can take the sun bath. So we discussed about these things. Now today we're gonna mostly talk about the other problem, asthma and sinus, constipation and IBS. These 4 problems we're gonna talk about today. So little bit I'll give you the idea about it. What is asthma? Asthma is basically you get the genetic asthma like from it should be maybe it is in your gene, or maybe because of the climate, because of the environment you develop it, or maybe it develops when you enter into the puberty age. So there's many types of the asthma, especially the 5 types of the asthma is so much common. But all the we're going to talk about the general tips how we can help to prevent the asthma or to cure the asthma and the sinus and other other stomach and small intestine related problems. So in asthma, basically your airways narrow down the air pipe, okay, and it swell either because of the bacteria infection, because of the dust or pollen, or because of the mold, or because of the pet waste, or some kind of the cockroaches, those who are having cockroaches in their house, their waste mix in their air, and then it go through your air pipe, and then it swell, and by swelling it's narrow down, right? And then it your body basically whenever you something go outsider invade in your lungs or in your stuck in your air pipe, your your body start uh, producing more mucus in order to uh, take out that bacteria, right? That's why whenever you get the normal cold, flu, or something, you start having the lots of mucus in your nose, in your mouth. It's why it's happening, because the bacteria would be come out through that mucus. So same thing happen in asthma also. Your body become very sensitive towards all the things around you, dust, even through the dust also. Dust particles go into your airway and then it's stuck, and then in order to cleanse out, your the immune system work on that, and it narrow down and swell, and then you start producing more mucus, and then you get the shortness of the breath, and you cannot do inhale properly. You cannot go for the deep prolonged inhalation. Even just short breath even become the problem for them. If it's aggravated, you can die also by attack of the asthma. Chronic asthma can cause the death also. So that's why many people carry the inhaler, which basically release the tension of the airways and little bit make the space so they can breathe easily, right? So the cause of the asthma basically so many reasons. I already talked about it. Lack of sleep, or living in the polluted environment. Maybe you are not born with you are not asthmatic in your childhood, but maybe later on you move to the city, and then it's triggered by some kind of the chemical products around you, and then you feel like you get the shortness of the breath. So that is again another kind of allergic based asthma also, that called allergic based asthma, right? So majorly asthma caused by the when cough and pith is imbalanced, and also by the vata also. Okay. The cause of the when cough and pith is imbalanced, you have more coughing, asthma come with coughing plus fever also and wheezing. And caused by vata, when vata is imbalanced, dry cough would be there, and they're more thirsty, wheezing, they get anxiety, and they get constipation and also dry skin. So when asthma caused by the vata, then these are the symptoms. When asthma caused by the cough and the pitta, then normal they get the more mucus in there when they get the attack of the. So this is all about the asthma. We are not going into very much detail because our focus should be related to the treatment. Okay, it just gives you the little idea about it. Now, sinus problem, sinusitis. In this, you know that in your face there is a many hollow space. That's frontal sinus one, ethmoid sinus, then saphenous sinus, then melancholy sinus. You have the hollow space. The sinus does what? It basically regulate, articulate the air, and which air which is coming from the outside. It reduce the temperature of the your air and make it very comfortable for your body. You know, in winter you inhale and then you're inhaling the cold breeze, and if immediately it's go directly into your body, it would be giving you shock to your brain or to your lungs. So what happens? It passes through the sinus. That's why you require inhale through the nose, right? When you inhale through the nose, you have the cilia here, which where dust and the pollens would be, filtered. Then next it passes through your uh, hollow space, the sinus area, and then it, you know, basically modified the temperature of the breath, and it's suitable for your lungs, suitable for your body. So sinus play very important role here. That's why you have to inhale through the nose. Very much important. What happened in sinusitis is basically your because of the again the reason is many same reasons people doesn't know how to live their life. So same mistakes they're doing. They drinking alcohol, smoking, especially smoking, drinking, and tobacco, any in any kind of drugs with whatever they are taking it affected this upper part of their area, especially the throat and the above the throat. This area would be more affected by that. So, and also poor diet. So what happened? Mucus, uh, accumulated in this sinus area, and it's not come out. It's become dry there. Earlier it would be a little bit lubricated, which coming out easily, but it's become dry and stuck in this hollow space. And whenever season is changed or something, the weather is changing, it becomes swollen. It's stuck there, and now uh, when it's stuck there, it start rotting, it start inflaming, it giving the irritation around your nasal area, around your eyes area, and around your head area. So when it's inflamed, so when mucus is stuck there and it's there and it's become little bit start irritating the membranes of these areas, the this hollow space area, then it create the inflammation around nasal, around eyes, around your ears, around your head, around your temple. So these areas inflamed, and then you get thick discolored discharge, very thick discolored, and even it's very difficult to take out that thing. Pain in your eyes, cheeks, nose, forehead, and you reduce the sense of smell, taste. You got the ear pain, also throat also affected. You get the bad breath because gandagi hai na andar. It mucus starts smelling. Bad breath you are having, then fatigueness, dizziness. You have these kind of symptoms. Causes beside your poor diet, beside your lifestyle, there is another cause is like your immune system is weak. You suddenly got the HIV or hay fever. You are living in the polluting city, and you have the lower and upper respiratory tract infection. So because of that, also you get sinusitis, and then it happened because of the when all three dosha go imbalance. Cough. It can be happening in the kapha dominant personality also, vata dominant personality also, pitta dominant personality. Okay, so this is the sinus. As I also talked about it, when vata is increased, you get the constipation and IBS also. The two types of bowel disorder you got. Either you get constipation or either you get loose motion. IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. So what happened in this problem basically? Uh, the your stool become dry in your anal area, your rectum area, and it's not passed out because of lack of the drinking water, because of your anxiety, because of your nervousness. Even some people get become nervousness, take too much stress, so they get the constipation. The water is dry. A large intestine take absorb all the water from the stool, and then it's very difficult to pass out, and when you pushing out, it cut the layer of the rectum, and then it come with the bleeding. Sometimes because of the antibiotic also it happens, and any liver infection, that's also happened. Lack of the dairy fiber, or dairy products, not taking too much dairy products, because dairy product also uh, give the lubrication to the stool also, making them moist and soft, and you are not taking it. Then fiber, you are not taking, lack of the intake of the fiber. So these are the causes of, you get the constipation. Irritable bowel syndrome is basically the psychosomatic problem. This happen basically those people who are taking lots of stress, and when you're taking the lots of stress, and even before going into the interview or other things, they go for the food, nothing they're gonna digest it. So your body doesn't absorb any nutrition in that level, because your whole digestive tract become very sensitive, and the valve of the stomach, valve of your small intestine, and valve of your large intestine is not become very sensitive, and remain it quickly open up at the moment you eat the food or drink anything which triggers the sensitivity. So IBS also, very much common problem right now, and the mostly it's happened because of the due to the stress. So now we talked about the treatment. I hope you understand these four problems, you get the general idea about it. Now the treatment, basically asthma and the sinus problem. Basically when you have the mucus around you, it means the kapha go imbalance. So also pitta and also the vata. As I talked about it, vat does what if you get the any problem in your body, it's gonna spread. For example, you get the itching one part of your body. So how the whole body gonna affect by that itching? That that small area is which is affected. Vat gonna help you to spread this itchingness in entire body. If you get the cancer in the one part of the body or ulcer, it's gonna spread in whole your mouth, your throat area. If you get the ulcer in your stomach, it's gonna come to your throat area, come to your esophagus tube, in your mouth also. How it's happening? Because of the vat task is to spread everything. Okay, so vat also go in balance. So treatment for them, firstly, Vaman Kriya help for all these four kind of problems. Vaman is means kunjal puking, basically. You have to drink to, but again, you cannot practice by yourself. You require the guidance of the yoga teacher or your guru. So Vaman Kriya, where you have to drink plenty of the water and rock salt, natural salt water, and then you have to puke it. There's three types of the Vaman Kriya, but even Ayurvedic center also do the Vaman Kriya. If you don't know, you can go to the any Ayurvedic center and they give you the Vaman. They taught you the how you need to practice the Vaman. So there's the types of the Vaman also. Then Virechan Kriya, Virechan name used in the Panchkarma, which is the Ayurveda treatment, five types of the cleansing practice. Understand, Ama is stored in your body, and because of that, you get these kind of problems. So, Ayurveda concept is what? First, we have to clean our body. Same thing happen in the bone related problems. Even your bone become reduced or weak or not able to absorb the calcium, phosphorus, and magnesium because of their lack of there's no much oxygen is reaching to the cells, bone cells, and another, they're not having the nutrition. Okay, nutrition, how they cannot, uh, they don't have, because ama is stored everywhere. Ama is reaching to the cellular level, and when ama is reaching to the cellular level, the the cells, you know they basically misunderstand all the things. They they start creating the problem rather being solving the issues of the body. They start creating the problem. They forget their actual function, and they misunderstood all the concept, and that's how you get the autoimmune disease, right? Autoimmune diseases like cancer and vitiligo, and white patches disease, then sometime allergy, some kind of allergy, rheumatoid arthritis. These are the autoimmune diseases, right? In previous lecture, I already explained about this much. So, variation shank, you have to drink the water. Especially variation kriya is the one procedure where you are cleaning whole your digestive tract from mouth to your rectum. All the tubes should be clean. It's very much important. Whenever you start the treatment, first you have to clean your body. So fasting also you can do, like, but when body is so much weak, so there's a different types of the fasting. So liquid fasting or the fruit fasting, they can go for it. But you have to understand what fruits ideal for them. So generally, whenever they do the fasting, they can have the one ripened, apple, or one banana. We cannot give to the asthma and sinus problems. But yes, it's gonna work in the IBS, but not in the constipation. Okay, so only banana will be taken by the when you have the irritable bowel syndrome problems or indigestion. But again, if you don't want to have any kind of hunger, you can just drink plenty of the water, or the water which have little bit, uh, mint leaves or basil leaves, which relax the inside muscles, stomach muscles, and the small intestine muscles, and your lungs, and all your tract, the esophagus tract and windpipe. So herbal tea is very good for them. They can take it. So after doing the Vaman and Virichan, now come to their particular diet. So this is very much important, what they have to take it and what not to take it. So especially when they got the kapha related problems, it means they have specific intake of the vegetables and the fruits. So I'll give you the specific fruits which only eaten by all these four personality. If there is a exception, I'll also explain to you. So asthma, sinus, and especially these two problems, they can have the anar, the pomegranate, with added little bit kali mirch, the black pepper on the top, and little bit black salt. So black salt and black pepper would be gonna reduce the kapha and the pitta in their body. Amrud, the guava also would be taken like that, but I don't know, roasted amrud, roasted guava, and roasted pomegranate should be taken. It's not like ripenment, but you have to roast it on the fire. I hope you're understanding. Bhunawa anar and bhunawa amrud, one has to take it. And by adding the black pepper and by adding the black salt according to the taste. So they have to especially eat like give the specific time 10 to 15 minutes. It's like a medicine for them. They have to chew properly. And when they chew properly, it's gonna, mix the saliva with it, and then it's gonna help the whole tract to absorb the nutrition. Now this time, because whenever they get the attack or something, there's no cure for these kind of problems. Either you have to take the pills or either you have to surrender to the problem. And whole life you cannot take the pills, right? So in order to cure themselves, they require the much timing. So they have to chew properly. Teach them, which I already talked about it, how to eat it. In how to eat it, the session which we covered it. So you have to teach them. They have to take like in that manner. So it's gonna improve the oxygen level in their body when they take the bhunawala anar and amrut, right? It improves oxygen in their body, and when it improves the oxygen immediately in their body, it means their the cellular level would be work efficiently. They start working in proper way. Okay, but it will take time. Don't It's not like okay, one day you had it and next day you skip it. It will take time, which I talked about it, how the food would be properly digested after 30 and 45 days, right? Remember, it will take this much time. So now what they shouldn't take at all, bhunawa anar, bhunawa amru, guava, they can take. Then they can have the papaya again, the ripened papaya they can have with again the black salt, cumin, black pepper, little bit, on the top, ginger powder, they can add it. These things they can add it, and then they can enjoy the papaya also. Apple, yes, they can have the apple also. Then chiku also chiku also they can take it. Chiku, I don't know what you call in English. If anybody knows, they can write it down. I think sapota, something like sapota, or I think so, sapota, or it start with the S.
Yeah, sapota.
Yeah, sapota. So chiku or sapota should be given to them again with the same spices. They have to add the spices. Without spices they cannot take, because it's cold in nature. And when you don't figure out which the asthma and the sinus happen because of which those dosha, so we are opting the the general way, midway. So it's not gonna harm either, but it's gonna give the benefit to them. So always add the spices. These spices are neutralize the cold of the fruits. Okay. So now milk. Firstly, they should strictly avoid the milk whenever they get the attack. For example, they get the attack of the asthma, that during that time they cannot have. But yes, herbal tea like the tea of the ginger, lemon, honey tea would be gonna work. But lemon का जो I don't know, रेशा होता है ना, white वाला lemon thread, what you call it, lemon का जो अंदर white वाला होता है, what you call that, we call रेशा. So that shouldn't be come into the water. You should filter the lemon juice basically. When you're squeezing the lemon, you should filter it. Otherwise, it's gonna aggravate the stomach. So very little bit lemon, 1-2 drops they can add it, not too much. Very little lemon, and only the juice you're gonna use, fresh lime juice, not artificial juice. And then adding the black pepper into that and ginger, little bit black pepper and the ginger and the honey with in the lukewarm water, and they can sip it whenever they get that attack. Okay, this thing they can do it, or either they can lick it like black pepper and the honey and the onion juice, same like same amount, like if you having the 1 teaspoon of the honey, 1 teaspoon of the onion juice, and pinch of the black pepper, 1 pinch or 2 pinch according to your taste. Mix it and you can lick it, keep it in your mouth for longer period of time. It's gonna relax immediately, little bit they gonna relax it. But yes, they can use the inhaler also. Don't stop their medicine immediately. So these things they should do. They shouldn't take banana, rice, white rice, curd shouldn't be given to them, and all kind of dairy products should be strictly prohibited. So what all kind of grains, if they are having it, I already talked about it in kapha, that they have to add certain spices, again the ginger, garlic, in order to change the the tasir of the grain. uh, it make the hot potency of the grain, it convert the cold potency of the grain into the hot. So that they can do it. And so make the chapati, and then they can have all kind of millets, ragi millet, which is hot in nature, which grow in the Himalayan and other places, cold climate. Basically they are hot in nature. All kind of nuts soaked under the water, they can have it, they can enjoy it. So these should be given in the diet, but make sure all kind of dairy products or the vegetable which is having lots of water, and the fruits, citrus fruit shouldn't be given to them, which have lots of water in that, like watermelon and other kind of melon. These kind of uh, fruits strictly avoided, right? Even is little bit heavy for them. It increase the mucus in them. So all kind of sour product, जो खट्टा होता है ना, खट्टा and fried, all kind of sour and the fried strictly avoided. So boiled vegetables, little bit like moong dal with adding the all the spices, how we prepare at the home, they can have it. But yes, mostly those spices which is taken by the Vata people, they can have during their problem also. And after, when they don't have attack, they can have it also. But whenever they get attacked, they have to do the fasting in order to cleanse it. So when they do the fasting, they can have the gram flour water, chane ka black ब्लैक चिकपी को भिगो के रात भर रखेंगे और सुबह गरम करके उसमें काला नमक डाल के पी सकते हैं. So what you need to do, soak the black chickpea during the night, and uh, you know stir the water out from the black chickpea, boil it little bit, boil it, and add the black salt or the pinch of black pepper, and then you can drink it whole day. Likewise, you can do the fasting with the herbal tea also. Don't take caffeine and other things. It's gonna make your system more dry, and what gonna increase your attack. So don't do these things. Then, especially in, yeah, this should be done. Now, Nasse is very good for them. So even the asthma and the sinus problem and IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, Nasse is means keep giving the oil treatment. So oil is what? Ghee. Again, happy cow ghee. If you get your cow I keep saying to you. But if you don't have the cow, pure cow ghee, so in market there is a very good brands available like Organic India. You can do the little bit research. You can contact the organization and then look for the good quality of the cow ghee. So use that cow ghee and put into your nostril. Like you start with the 10, warm it a little bit lukewarm ghee. You're gonna use it during the sleep. Put into your nostril, each nostril 10 drops in your ear, in your eyes, in your navel, your anal, and your rectum area, and your front, your reproductive organs area. These you have to put it. Okay, daily make the rituals of these things. So daily you have to do, no matter whatever problem, even preventing these diseases, you have to do these things. So even Vat, it's gonna control the Vat, Pitta, and Kapha, all three kind of the imbalance. So if you don't know this general, trick, if you're applying it, it's gonna work efficiently. I have seen on myself. This is my personal experiment, which I'm doing many, more than 3, 4, many years. I'm doing it. I forget about how many years I'm practicing this. So you can do this thing. If you don't get the good quality of ghee, so instead of that mustard oil, you can use it. Or maybe in your area you don't get, but yes, I don't know what you're gonna use, but yes, if you don't get mustard oil also, then coconut oil. Otherwise, no coconut oil. First, make sure you get the cow ghee if that is the best one. If not, mustard oil, second one. If mustard oil you won't get, so virgin coconut or cold press coconut oil should be, um, you are giving or using for your this kind of treatment. So these things you have to do with these three kind of oil. I didn't did with the coconut oil, but I did the experiment with the mustard oil, especially the mustard oil, and with the ghee. So coconut oil you can do it, but understand coconut oil is a cold in nature, so be careful about it. But yes, it have the potency to make the lubrication. Other oils you can use it or not. That's not, it is not mentioned in the any kind of text. But I never did the experiment with other kind of oil because I'm mostly living in the India. I'm very familiar of the Indian oils. But I think coconut oil you can give the chance to it if you don't get these two kind of oil. In European countries, you easily get the coconut oil. Olive oil and other kind of organ oil, you can use it or not. I'm not sure. I cannot comment on that. So these things one has to be, careful. Then what kind of asin? These ये तो होना ही चाहिए. Every time, 2 times a day, morning after taking the bath and before sleeping, you have to do this oiling and nasya. Okay, Abhyanga. And also kapha, in this problem, all kind of four problem, one should go for the massage little bit. But whenever you get the loose motion or you have the attack of the constipation, that time avoid the massage. Otherwise, you can take the massage. Whenever you are under the attack, you are on the peak of that problem. Don't practice the massage. That time your body wants the relaxation. Sleep well, do the fasting whenever you are at the peak of the any kind of disease. Sleep well, do the fasting, don't eat much, drink plenty of water, and take the herbal tea, no coffee, no caffeine, and sleep. Try to sleep. Okay, if you don't sleep, do the yog nidra, listen the yog nidra, and or do the little bit dancing, slow, simple dancing, or little bit kirtan, chanting. Once you are relaxed little bit, then you can practice these things which I'm telling you. Nasi and pouring into these things you can do anytime, no matter you are at the peak or not. Now, sinus and the asthma people can have the steam. A steam would be given with the ajwain. I think carve sheet. You have to put the carve sheet. I hope you call it carve sheet. Ajwain. So carve sheet you can use in the boiling water, and then you have to take this tea. This 2 times in a day. It's gonna release the extra mucus from your body. This thing you can do. Giloy or neem quath should be given to them empty stomach morning and evening. It also help them to improve their immune system and come out from their problem. Even IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, and even in the constipation. In constipation, they can add one more thing, Triphala. Triphala is very much common. Everybody knows about it. So Triphala should be consumed by the even in the irritable bowel syndrome and even in the constipation. So it basically cleans all the things all together. Okay, but in IBS, whenever you have attack, that time don't take it. But when you don't have attack, little bit in constipation doses would be increased in, but in IBS, little bit, like 1/4 teaspoon should be given to the in IBS. So in order to improve their immune system, that's it. Now, yes, I hope you understand all these kind of diet. Also, I explain what you have to take whenever you get the cold and mucus related problems. I explain very much in detail. Now come to the asana. All the chest opening exercise and stomach related exercise or the asanas would be helpful. For example, chakrasana, naukasana is gonna work for your constipation and your irritable bowel syndrome. So, and also chakrasana, naukasana, and um, one more is ardhalasana is also good. Not pura halasana, ardhalasana. When you raise your leg 90 degrees, locus pose, salabhasana, all the variation of the salabhasana, all the variation of the ardhalasana with one leg, and all the variation of the chakrasana and katikriya. Katikriya means all the asana which is related to the twisting, moving forward and backward of your waist. This gonna make those areas give you more blood circulation, and then it's gonna help you to come out from the irritable bowel syndrome problem disorder, and also helping you to release the constipation. You require the blood circulation in those areas. Your muscles are weak, so in order to strengthen those areas, so twisting, forward bending, backward bending, and you have to go through it. Make sure that they do with comfort, right? Then asthma and sinus problem, all the chest opening. One is the upper respiratory problem, one is the lower respiratory problem. In that, they can do the Ustrasana where they're opening the chest, and then uh, all the variation of the Ustrasana, Purustrasana, and Ardha Ustrasana. Then Bhujangasana, again, chest opening. Bhujangasana is working for all the 4 kind of problems: asthma, sinus, IBS, and constipation. All the variation of the Bhujangasana. Then yes, whenever you're opening the chest, even in the little bit when you go into the supine, all the supine posture, prone position, gonna work. Standing posture also gonna work for the improving their balance. And when you are improving your balance, you're improving your concentration. When you're improving your concentration, you're basically working on your mind. So you create the one kind of atmosphere. So sun salutation gonna very much helpful for all these 4 kind of problems. So, but make sure you have to observe the patient, you have to observe your student, what condition he is. During the attack, I told you what you need to do, but when they are not in the attack, you have to do follow these kind of consultation. A and B both are helpful for all these problems. Now come to the breathing. Even in the previous session, I talked about it. Breathing, we're gonna play the safe side. So again, that 4 types of breathing, especially abdominal and chest, play very important role related to the all these 4 problems. And Nari Shodhan, yes, its work as a wonder. No matter you are on the bed, you cannot move. Do on your breathing. Do your, Nari Shodhan. If you cannot do Nari Shodhan, okay. Are you aware? You are not in coma. You are aware of your breath. So make them to do the abdominal breathing and chest breathing. And if they go under the coma, in that time is very difficult to play the, chanting mantras around them. So even you have to work on the outside level. But if they are aware, nothing is working, but their lungs are working, still you can heal them. Okay, but make sure whenever on this stage, the food should be given liquid diet, not the hospital diet. I've seen they are giving the packet fruit juice or something like fresh fruit juice should be given to those people when they are on the bed. And coconut, not coconut water, chane ka pani, moong dal ka pani, and black rice ka pani. These, water gonna help them too. And these things would be absorbed by their bodies, not the, artificial fruit juices and other things in hospital they are giving it. I don't know what they are thinking about it. So not those things gonna heal them. But if you change the diet, even nothing is working, but if you just change their diet and you give the fresh water, uh, especially the vegetable water and the fruits water and the fruit juices, then still there is a hope to heal them. And then, yes, um, these these gonna help. Chanting the mantras also gonna help them. So breathing, 4 breathing should be done. One, the abdominal breathing, chest breathing, then thoracic breathing, that is chest breathing, then yogic breathing and Nadi Shodhan. That's it. Finish. Meditation, all kind of meditation gonna work for them. If they can sit, yes, make them sit. If not, lie, let them lie down. Play the some music. If they don't want to chant, okay, play the chanting around them. Create the Gayatri mantra, okay, chanting, or Gayatri mantra chanting, or the Mahamrityunjay mantra. They can, you can play at the background, or the Yog Nidra. You can just, everything is available on the YouTube and the Google. You can use those things, and then you can create certain kind of environment. During the attack, they can do. When they are not under the attack, make them to sit and start with the breathing awareness, breath awareness, anapan. Anapan is worked very efficiently at the level of the deeper cell level, so which I taught you. So anapan work on the all these 4 kind of problems. But if not, they can also do the chanting the mantra Om Namah Shivaya or the Om Mani Padme Hum. These 2 mantras also they can chant, or their favorite mantra, pranam meditation, or simple any mantra they can chant, whatever they know about it. So these gonna help them to come out from these all 4 kind of problems. I hope you understand. Any queries still here?
Clear.
So wonderful. 26th day would be the last day of our yoga therapy classes. Afterward, you have to. I'll give you the assignment. You.
Sorry, we can't hear you.
Yeah, yeah. I'm saying 26th would be the last day of the yoga therapy classes. So if you have any doubt, any queries, you can ask me, or even if you don't have any query and but still you have to join the 26th day because we are covering the another kinds of problem, mind related problems. So that class would be very wonderful, would be very excited, full of the excitement. And I'll give you the assignment which would be helping you to go into the deeper level of the studies self studies and which help you to analyze how you can, make your therapy session. So that 26 days, so join the 26th day class. Okay, so we're gonna end the session here. Om Shanti, Mangal Ho. Hello Jagriti, how are you dear?
Om Shanti.
Yeah, happy Guru Purnima.
इसलिए आए हो आपको भी मुबारक हो। अच्छा, ब्लेस यू डियर, तुमने याद कर लिया, ये मेरे लिए बहुत, अब मतलब क्या करें, जब बच्चे आते हैं ना, पुराने बच्चे देखने को मिलते हैं और ऐसे आभार जताते तो मन गदगद हो जाता है। आई एम सो हैप्पी, थैंक यू जागृति, लव यू डियर, बाय बाय, ओम शांति, टेक केयर, ब्लेस यू,
Om Shanti. Thank you.
Om
बाय।
Shanti.